I want to talk all about reversal patterns, and we had a fantastic reversal pattern on a daily trade just this week, and they look really good on your charts, and they can be a fantastic way to profit from the markets. So let's talk about reversals and more right now. Hey there traders, it's Andrew Mitchem here at the Forex Trading Coach with video and podcast number 611. So I personally trade two different patterns, chart patterns. I look for continuation patterns and I look for reversal patterns. Now, if you've been following me for any length of time, you will know that I prefer continuation patterns because it means that you're trading with the dominant trend, but after a pullback or retracement. However, I also still do look at reversal trades. Now, they can look really, really good on your charts, but they do pose slightly more risk because you are trading against a very strong uptrend or downtrend. However, there's a number of things you can do to put more factors in your favor to give yourself a high probability chance of a successful trade. Now, a great example of that is just this week. On Monday, the 20th of October, 2025, we took a sell trade on the daily silver Australian dollar. So you go have a look at your charts, XAG, AUD on the daily charts. And you'll see that Friday's candle, the completed Friday candle, was an all-time high, but also it closed very strongly back down as a bearish candle. It had a number of other things in its favor. Not only was it an all-time high, is that it had a trendline break, it was overbought, there had been recent divergence, it had broken down through the round number of 80 and closed below that level at the end of the week. And so on Monday, at the beginning of the week, we suggested and took ourselves a sell trade based off that chart. Now, if you've been following gold and silver against almost everything over the last few weeks and months, you know that they've just gone up and up and up and up. They've gone crazy. And so with anything that does that, there's always going to be an opportunity for it to get overbought and then pull back. Now, I don't know, and I don't particularly care whether gold and silver, or in this case, silver against the Australian dollar, has a massive fall away. It doesn't really matter for this particular trade. All I'm looking for is a slight pullback based on the candle pattern. Now, two candles later, we hit our full profit target on this particular trade. For a very healthy 3.5 to 1 reward to risk. So that means if you risk 1% on the particular trade, you would have made a 3.5% gain on your account, which is pretty amazing considering it took just a minute, if that, to place the trade, and two candles later, it hits the profit target. So have a look at what actually happened on the chart. Now, we take limit orders. So at the beginning of the week, we didn't just take a market order, we put a sell limit to sell silver Australian dollar if the price first pulled back, which it did. It got to exactly our profit target. It got to exactly our entry level. It then turned around as anticipated and went straight to our profit target some two candles later. So that is a great example of a lot of things all adding up together to suggest that that trade was going to work in our favor. And so when you look at it on a bigger picture, silver Australian dollar had been an enormous uptrend. It had turned over and we took that opportunity to sell it. As I mentioned, where it goes now, I'm not particularly bothered because I'm out of this particular trade and I'm therefore looking for new opportunities. It could well pull back and then continue back up again in that overall direction. If that's the case, that gives us a great buy opportunity, which becomes a continuation pattern. But today we're talking reversals. And so that is a great example of reversal patterns. If you'd like to find out more about how we trade and how we can teach you and help you to become a successful trader with our help, and after all, we've been doing this more than 16 years and have clients in 109 countries. So we kind of know what we're doing and we know what works and what doesn't in terms of the strategy and teaching. If you'd like to find out more, click on the link. You'll find my 30-minute on-demand masterclass. So just set aside 30 minutes, go and watch that. You're going to learn a lot of information from that. Also, don't forget to go back and watch previous videos and podcasts just like this. After all, there are 611 of them for you to go and learn from. And if you'd like to book a call to have a chat with either myself or one of the team, I'll put a link here for that as well. You can have a no obligation 30-minute chat and we can help you with your trading and show you what we do and how that could potentially help you. If you're out there looking for a very good broker, I can highly recommend Blueberry Markets. I'll put a link to them here. All these trades that you see behind me here were all taken on Blueberry Markets. In terms of like that silver trade, silver Australian, you know, they've got silver and gold against the Australian, the US, of course, the euro, the pound, the Chinese yuan, the Singapore dollar, and there's probably others that I've missed. So lots and lots of opportunities to be very selective and pick the highest quality chart setup as technical traders. That's exactly what we need. So Blueberry Markets, I can highly recommend you consider them if you're out there looking for a good broker. That's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed the session and learned all about reversals. Any questions or comments, please leave them on the area on this page. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this to anybody who is out there looking to become a good trader. And I'll see you this time next week. Bye for now.